What if I was still on that type of time? I looked through the dude's friend list. We got mutual friends, right?
Not hard. It's not hard to find somebody,
right? And I'll talk tough on Champ Talk because my identity's on live. You know what I mean? So do what you do, pimp. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, if that's the energy you bring it, right? I'm not, that's not what I'm going with it. I ain't trying to talk like fucking I want. That's what I want. But I ain't scared. I ain't gonna run behind no fucking screen. I'm here. You can find me every day.
It's a whole different energy when it's in person.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. we know a bully around here that acts like that now.
Yeah.
Tough guy on the camera, or tough guy on the internet, but when you see him, the whole different energy. Head down, quiet. You know what I mean? You see the motherfucking, you see the packs of dogs, right? You see how the packs of dogs act when the pit bulls come around. You know what I mean? they straighten up. They duck their head. I'm not Tough Tony. I ain't saying like I'm the baddest dude around. But if I was on that gangster shit time, look how bad that shit could have turned. Look how awful. Or even if I was just an idiot, like most people that get into these internet and just start fucking going back and forth.
Oh, you'd still be going back and forth today.
Still be going back and forth. And look how it hurts my business. They know it's us when that song comes on.
It's kind of imprinted now.
I have such a soothing voice, don't I? Man, you ain't even letting it play.
I was just trying to hear your soothing voice.
Just ready to get into it, aren't you? Right away. He's ready to get to the meat and potatoes, right?
Yeah, a little gravy too.
Okay, a little gravy, something. Yeah. Okay. You got to turn the mic back up before you do the other one. You got to turn the mic back up before you do the other one.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
Oh, how do you keep idiots busy? Give us stickers and buttons. And we push buttons all day, Johnny.
I don't have my cheat sheet now, so I'm going to screw this up.
Dude, you probably will get it right this time. Guys, welcome to Champ Talk with Brandon Hudson. I'm your host, Brandon Hudson. Sitting across from me is my man.
I feel like it's got to be Chet and Humidity again. Man, you're talking about doing the show naked one time. Like, today might be one of those days.
Unveil that shit. Take that shit off.
Man.
Take that shit off for our viewers at home.
Welcome summertime.
You're damn right. I love summertime. I love the heat. I'm redder than a fucking lobster underneath. Guys, this episode of Champ Talk is brought to you by Pohanka of Salisbury. Go to Pohanka with Salisbury for all your automotive needs, vehicles, and all that. Make sure you drop SBY's name or my name or anybody's name. We're just telling that you heard through an ad that we put up because they have been supporting of the program for 4 years now, 4 or 5 years. Yes. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Champ Talk with Brandon Hudson. We need more subscribers. Evidently, I need clout and I need to go viral, according to idiots on the fucking Facebook. Check us out on Instagram page, Champ Talk. Facebook, Champ Talk. Message us, DM. We're at thefighyard.com. We got a lot of cool things.
You guys spend 5 hours a day plus on your phones, and you know it. Don't even try to lie about it. You can find us.
Oh, God, dude, I'm watching The Social Dilemma.
The
Social Dilemma on Netflix. Oh, man, have you seen it?
No.
Oh, what an eye-opener about what we're doing with our fucking phones and how, we always know it's always true about how, we've got a person listening and recording and all that. We always know how it's true that they know the algorithms and all that. Mm-hmm. Man, do they really make you think about it?
Down.
Oh, fuck, dude. It's got me redoing everything in social media. Speaking of social media, I put a live video out there today. We were in Ocean City having a good time. We were at the air show. It was a great time. I've never been. It's not my cup of tea. It was pretty fun. It was cool. But, it's just not my thing. And seeing some of them jets and all that, that was pretty cool. They did a great job putting it on. We're driving up, going to a pool, and we noticed a girl's got her wallet on top of her hood or roof of a car. Uh-huh. And they're driving down Coastal Highway. You know what I mean? Not a care in the world. Thing flies off. Coincidentally, it's right at the intersection. We had to make a U-turn right at the intersection we were going anyway. So, we got out. I dodged traffic like Frogger, got the wallet. You know what I mean? We started on our scavenger hunt. You know what I mean? And that type of shit's fun.
And you kept all the stuff.
I wish. You know what I mean? No, we didn't keep anything, actually. But we started, we were looking through it. We were trying to find her on Facebook, find her on Instagram, and all this stuff. She was younger. I think she's under 21, so I don't think she was into Facebook. And she's from across the bridge, so we didn't have any luck of that. So I said to my friend and my girls, I was like, let's see how powerful social media really is. Uh-huh. This is the time you need that shit, right?
And I got to tell you, I saw when you did that, and I was looking at the time when it was posted and when people chimed in, and then when
Oh yeah.
I watched the evolution of it.
Yes. Oh, well, I knew it was going to happen, guys. I knew it was fucking going to happen. It never fails. And I put a live video out today, but those of you that just listen and don't do Facebook, you know what I mean? People started, well, first of all, I mean, thank you everybody for sharing the post, and thank you for those that helped and stuff. But everybody wanted to give me advice, right? Like I'm not fucking smart enough to figure it out myself, right? Listen,
Just put it in the mail on the address that's on the ID.
I appreciate all that, you know. What I mean? But at the same time, the girl,
Go to the police.
The girl lost her wallet right then. It said she was from across the bridge from according to her ID.
So this is real time. It's almost real time.
Yes.
Because you're seeing it fall off. You saw it there, and it's
And I would have
social media.
I would have
time,
chased them down, but they were gone, right? And plus, you know, I had to make a U-turn and stuff like that. So it's like I'm trying to catch the girl before she goes back because man, it's so inconvenient. You know, you got to cancel all your debit cards, you got to wait for your money on hold. I mean, it could be a pain in the ass. So we were going to hang out at the pool for a little while. I was hoping maybe an hour go by, maybe an hour and a half. We'd be able to find it, whatever. Didn't work out. We rolled out. But everybody, you know, instead of sharing it, decided to give me their comments. You know, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And then we get to the best comment. I don't even know who this guy's name was. J. Rob Boogie or J. Rock. I don't know. It wasn't even a real fucking name. But the interesting fact is that, first of all, and I said this on my live video, guys, if you're struggling with reading, and that's a hard thing to do, if you're having trouble reading, we live in a technology and we live in a day and age where you can pick up any kind of resource to help you learn how to read, okay? Because reading is kind of one of them important skills that you're going to need. You know
And
what
I
mean?
heard you say that earlier, and I was like, "Is he?" I was like, "No, he's being sincere." Like,
Yeah.
like if you
People can't read.
Yeah,
People
you
cannot
get
fucking
help.
read
Yes.
nowadays, and that's okay if you can't read. But don't be running your fucking flapping your little cocksuckers when you want to get on the microphone. You know what I mean? Because you can't read and you don't read. And so dude's like, "Oh yeah, you said something stupid. I didn't even fucking pay attention to it. Oh yeah, why don't you just mail it, you one-liner idiot, or something." I start bashing me, and I'm like, what the fuck, right? And again, my instincts and my person I want to be wants to go on there, and I already looked up where he's at and who he is and what he's doing. Hey yo, you want to say that shit in public, right? But that's not champ talk positivity, right? That's fucking idiot moves. But that's how quick social media could turn left. And people were going back and forth with him, and evidently he needed his 15 minutes of fame. But dude went on there and calling me a fucking idiot and talking about how you know what I mean? I'm exposing this girl's.
Oh, that's what I was
privacy.
I was trying to remember the exact quote, and
Yeah.
it was exploiting this person for
Clout.
and it was like,
What people would do for likes and clout. I'm like,
if you read the rest of the comments, everybody, even though they were trying to give advice, they were trying to be helpful.
I had like 4 or 5 people. I had one person say my husband is the guidance counselor to this girl.
Yeah.
Give me your info. I had one person say my
daughter
daughter
works
knows her.
with her or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
The mother reached out to me. So I ignored it. You know what I mean? It's not worth it. I don't get into it. I'm not an internet gangster. You know what I mean? I'm far from an internet gangster. You know what I mean? Probably because at one point in my life I was a real life gangster. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't go down your little fucking sitting back and clicking your likes and clout. I don't even understand what clout is.
Behind your keyboard,
What
your ominous, deadly keyboard.
What Drake say? Bitch, this is fame, not clout. I don't even know what that's about. Shut your mouth. So anyway, yes. So they were so but we got it back to them, right? I talked to the girl, I talked to the mom. They were so appreciative, so great. But it's just so funny how quick shit goes sideways and how people like open their fucking mouth. And I'm not gonna go down the tangent I did on my live video. You can check it out on Facebook, but it's just so crazy about how people are just run their little cocksuckers just to fucking be heard about stuff that doesn't even make sense. It don't even make sense.
It didn't.
What you're saying, bro.
It's like, why?
Like I'm literally trying to help this person right now. Like
And it was the only person on there that was like that. Everybody else was like, let's see what we can do.
yes, let's figure it out. And the power of social media. Within 2 hours, we're able to get contact with the girl. You know what I mean?
And now she's getting her stuff back.
And now she's getting her stuff. It was mailed today, shipped today. They're like, I'll pay you for shipping. I'm like, lady, look, it's not that big deal.
And the post is gone
the post is gone.
because mission accomplished.
Correct. I deleted it.
You got in touch.
I got all my clout I needed, right?
You got all your clutch, but you didn't keep it up, man. Take videos and go, oh, this girl got her, and then you keep riding that for a week.
Bro,
So
I
you
need
can-
to. Yeah,
you
I
need-
guess
you
I
should.
Maybe I should repost it. Yo, I was just kidding. We didn't find it. Help me out. Pass and share. Da, da, da. I mean, I'm like,
Please like me. Please like me.
I'm not from that. I'm not from that era, guys. And I don't knock anybody. I get it, right? But I am not from that era where I need any more fucking friends or any more people. Don't get me wrong. Anybody added to the team or anybody added to the circle of trust and my sphere of influence is welcomed. It's great. I appreciate it. But I don't need
But it's like
no
all
more
that,
new friends.
that
bro.
bullshit too. Where I mean, just do. And we talked about last week. We talk about this all the time. It's just what you do.
Just what you do.
It's just the right thing. I mean, it's pretty clear when something's the right thing to do, and you just do it. Now, if somebody recognizes you for it and they thank you or whatever, I mean, okay, thank you very much, and move on. But it's like people giving people money and video, and then they show it, and oh, I fed this person. Like, just do it and turn the fucking camera off.
Dude, it's ridiculous, man. Yeah, I would never. I frown and scoff at the videos of people having to show themselves giving, home. And if you think about the psychological part behind that, right? A homeless person, man, they became homeless for a reason or for something, whether it be, whatever they went through or however they got it done, they became homeless, and the unfortunate events happen. At one point, most homeless people, I would imagine, at one point they were, I don't even know how to word it, you know what I mean? So it doesn't sound insensitive, but at one point I assumed they were a person like you and I that held their head up high, and for whatever reason, a series of unfortunate events happened, and now they're on the streets. So they're not very proud of the fact that they're on the streets, right? Mm-hmm. But they're also desperate. So you go over here and want to give them a handout or give them something. Yeah, they're probably gonna let you put the fucking camera in their face because guess what? I need what you're giving me, right? So it's such, to me, a humiliating thing to do that, right? Because you have them at the kind of, you know what I mean? It's like a fucking, I dang on
at their
most vulnerable, most
right.
Lowest spot,
and for all kinds of reasons. A lot of it's, well, if it's drug addiction or alcohol addiction, and it might be because of so much of it's mental illness. There's not resources that are available, and then the ones that are, maybe they can't access it or they don't know. There's a whole bunch of reasons, but yeah, you're at somebody at their most vulnerable for sure.
I don't like it. I don't like watching that. I don't, I'm not going to sit here and fucking fight for everybody who does that. But dude, this man was, at some point in his life, this homeless person was a regular person, probably had a roof, probably had shelter, probably had something over their head. And for whatever happened, they don't know more. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta go get your fucking internet clout and your likes and shit like that. And that's not what I do. I can't tell you how many homeless. I struggle with giving homeless people money, right? It's just because I struggle with giving anybody money. Like I don't let nobody borrow money. Like you're not gonna borrow money. Or if I let you borrow money, then it's a very, 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 very rare circumstance. Mm-hmm. And it's not the fact that you don't deserve it or you're not worth it, because it fucks shit up, right? And it doesn't really help. Money's not helping. What helps is acts of service, kindness, my time, support. Right. I'll feed you. I can't tell you how many times I've picked up a person off the streets, let them get in my car, take them to the food line, take them to McDonald's, whatever. And I don't even like feeding them. I don't even like feeding people like McDonald's and shit, right?
Because
it's like, what, bro? I'm going to spend $5-10 on you for a McDonald's meal? Dude, let's go to fucking food line right down the street. Right. We'll pack you up. We'll get you a week's worth of food. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way I am, And I don't need fucking recognition for that, because I know damn well, man, first of all, I got it, right? If I got it, you got it. That's just because that's just the way I work. And that's the right thing. The other thing is, dude, is I ain't but 3 mistakes away from being homeless myself.
Most people.
Simple as that. Yeah.
Most people.
So at the end of the day, I don't need your fucking clout or your fucking likes, you know what I mean, to help this girl get her fucking purse back. The girl's on fucking vacation here, coming down here. Just people they talk their dumb shit so much, man. They run their mouth. What if I was still a gangster? What if I was still on that type of time? I looked through the dude's friend list. We got mutual friends, right?
It's not hard to find somebody.
Right? And I'll talk tough on Champ Talk because my identity's on live. You know what I mean? So do what you do, pimp. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, if that's the energy you bring it, right? I'm not, that's not what I'm going with it. I ain't trying to talk like fucking I want. That's what I want. But I ain't scared. I ain't gonna run behind no fucking screen. I'm here. You can find me every day.
It's a whole different energy when it's in person.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We know a bully around here that acts like that now.
Yeah.
Tough guy on a camera, or tough guy on the internet. But when you see him, the whole different energy. Head down, quiet. You know what I mean? You see the motherfucking, you see the packs of dogs, right? You see how the packs of dogs act when the pit bulls come around. You know what I mean? They straighten up. They duck their head. You know, I'm not Tough Tony. I ain't saying like I'm the baddest dude around. But if I was on that gangster shit time, look how bad that shit could have turned. You know, look how awful. Or even if I was just an idiot, like most people that get into these internet and just start fucking going back and forth.
Oh, you'd still be going back and forth today.
Still be going back and forth. And look how it hurts my business.
Yeah.
Did I want to say something? Did I want to flame this guy? Of course. But people forget about that when they caught in emotions, and they talk out the side of their neck. Next thing you know, they losing money for the business. They losing credibility. They losing all kinds of things that go on. That
and whoever this person is, they clearly had too much time on their hands, nothing better to do. Their life probably sucks in a couple different areas, and whatever.
So I forgive you, J. Rob Boogie, or whoever you were. I forgive you, and I wish you the best. And I hope that you can learn from this, and maybe you could do a good deed yourself. But the great thing is we got the wallet back. You know, maybe it wasn't the right timing, but you know, it was just the right thing to do. It just social media has watched. I highly recommend watching The Social Dilemma on Netflix. I'm halfway through it, and it's just such a fucking eye opener, and it just makes you really, really start to question, like, hey, how much? Well, I got to redo everything with social media. You know, there's no downtime anymore.
Yeah.
So
yeah. And another area of this too, another aspect, and we can go down, you know, another whole rabbit hole. But it's like I really think it is kind of, in a sense, creating new mental illnesses and really triggering and perpetuating others. And I don't say that jokingly. Like I've mentioned it. Some people are like, yeah, and like, no, I'm serious. Like,
there is one.
Like I've seen it.
There is one.
What is
They've
it?
actually got a diagnosis for
Okay.
it's called like Snapchat filter disorder. No, these women, these girls are putting these filters on, and they're going to the plastic surgeon wanting to look more like their filter than in real life.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's crazy, dude. And then they said that they had a statistic on there saying that at 1996, right, they started seeing the peak. That if you were born in 1996 or over, that's when you were basically that was the beginning of when you were in middle school, when you got your cell phone and social media. Right, that was like the trend where majority of the kids were in middle school got their phones, and they said that the alarming rate between preteens of girls like 10 to 12 years old spiked 150% of cutters and suicides of girls.
I believe it.
And the teenage years spiked just as the cutters were like another 40 or 50% and the suicide rate was like 100. And what's happening is the social media is isolating you. So they did a thing on there where like you took a picture of yourself, a selfie, you filtered it all up, you did this, right? And now you're waiting for the response and the like, yes, you look good, girl. Oh, yes, you're cute, girl. Oh, keep it moving, girl. And then they said, man, can your ears get any bigger? And the only thing she saw was that she started touching her ears. And she developed, they depicted this development of this psychological self-image thing where they just started looking at themselves as not the beautiful girl. Well, first of all, you weren't even giving them your real version. You're giving them a filter. Then you're not even seeing, and this is a little kid. This is a child. And then
and people already have a disorder with, like, they don't, the way they see themselves just in mirror, let alone a device where you're.
And you have a society that's growing up in this day and age where, you know what I mean? Like, bro, like this is a whole society. So the thing, and first of all, let me back up. The people that were interviewed and the people that were starred on this were former Facebook, Google, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest people that created these platforms
and worked on them,
that have a moral fucking guilt of saying, wait a minute, this isn't right. This is not right. And they even went farther to I don't want to spoil it because I'm only halfway through, but they even went farther to like the political shit, right? So like if you're a far left guy and I'm a far right guy, right? And we know this, but we don't realize how much the propaganda is out there. All of the stuff that we have on that we're looking at on the far right side is only going to be populated through me. I'm going to get circled into the groups so I'm only going to be fed that. So your far left guy is going to have the same thing. We're both looking at the same manipulated content, and we're both asking each other, why does this idiot not see what I see? Well, because your mind is being psychologically rewired to see bullshit. Then you talk about the fake news, right? The fake stuff, right? Fake news
travels way faster.
Way faster.
I mean, it's just like,
oh my god,
it's just like a rumor, you know. It travels way faster than than the facts.
But we're programmed for this.
Yeah.
And then they even start talking about how, go ahead.
There was that thing that I sent you earlier today too, which I thought, because this was right after I'd heard that, you were talking a little bit about it, but it was the guy, Dr. Jimmy Kimmel, said, not the talk show host,
Yeah.
but and it was, again, just like another example of pretty much a mental illness that's come up. And this guy, I think, was some type of a counselor or something too. But check that out too.
Well,
Just reminded me of that.
we talk about the society that we're in that suffers from so much anxiety, anxiousness, decision making, depression, and stuff like that. Well, it's because their society is based upon an online presence. Their life, their cultures, everything is based upon an online presence. So as us older guys can see that how people struggle with one-on-one conversations and getting the confidence up, right? And we're like I found myself scratching my head, like, where the fuck are all these anxiety people coming from? Where's all this anxiety coming from? Like, this was never a thing growing up, right? For us, we're in our 40s. This was never something going
Thank
from,
you.
You're welcome. Well, you look good for 40. This was never something that we were experiencing when we were coming up. Like, you had very rare isolated cases of anxiety where people were really, not this.
Well, yeah, I know what you're going to say. It's still a real thing, but for different reasons. You didn't have this. Now there's a whole extra layer of shit.
And dude, like, it is crazy. And then they talked about how the rise of technology has spiked like 100 quadrillion %. Like, how we completely, since like 2000 or 96, have just skyrocketed with the development of technology and stuff like that. But the human mind has not developed in thousands and thousands of years. Like, we've not developed at the rate of this, and that's the big problem. Is that yes,
Even the stuff that we create, we have trouble catching up to
facts.
to what we're doing.
And then they talked about the AI, and the AI is so far advanced, right, that we don't even have control of that anymore. So you think about like movies like Terminator 2, and you think about these movies where the machines take over or AI takes over. Well, it's already taken over. It's already taken over.
Scary.
Dude, it's crazy, man. It's fucking crazy, man.
Lucas, dude.
Check it out, man. Check out the fucking...
That wasn't a cue. I just
No, that was right
wish-
on time. That was right on
We need more
time.
buttons for things like
No,
that.
that's
Where's the
perfect.
anxiety button? And where's the...
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah, dude, it was it was very. It's got me rethinking everything that I'm doing right now, and just got me fucked up. Oh man, damn, dude, we had a fucking phenomenal weekend this weekend. So if you guys don't know, Saturday SBY MMA and Fitness ran their first annual in-house charity tournament. This is something that we decided that we're going to do. Shout out to Chris Garcia. Shout out to Megan Howard. They both were the the minds behind it, right? And Meg, I mean, just completely took the ball and ran with it. I don't know what I'd do or what we would do without young Megan. But yes, dude, we did a first annual in-house charity tournament. It was for the Horizons Delmarva Summer. Man, I butchered this shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? I got to get my shit together.
Well, the program, they do stuff for kids for school supplies, different programs. So
Yes, it's
and
called
it's-
the Horizons Delmarva Summer Learning Program. And dude, we were actually able to raise just over $800 and some school supplies. She said it was like $785, but I got $30 that somebody gave that I still got to give her, so it's actually over 800.
Hey, that's pretty good for a bunch of people just hanging out and choking each other. And
Well, even more, we kept it completely in-house, like our students only,
right.
for a couple of reasons. One, we wanted to, you know what I mean, we just love to boost the morale of our people, you know what I mean? Like, it's good to see, you know, our people good up. It's nothing against anybody else. And, you know, there were some other gyms that visited them, and I had to turn them down. Like, I'm sorry, you know, this is for ours. We've been marketing
maybe
this.
another time.
Maybe
You know?
another time.
Yeah,
We're gonna do something with other gyms, but for now, it's just, you know, it's our guys. Poor Dave Leone showed up and wanted to grow. He's a member with us. I was like, Dave, I'm sorry, man. I love you. I want you to win, but you're a blue belt and you're a fucking animal and you're too big.
I would have fought him.
Yeah, you've been the only one.
I no trouble losing.
He's
learning.
So big
I'm sorry,
and strong,
learning.
man. So big and strong, but
He's a great guy.
he's awesome, dude. Shout out to Dave Leone. But yeah, he I had to turn people down because I was like, look, guys, this is in house. But we did that for one, to boost them around, and two, what was cool is all of these guys are and people are wrestling and grappling each other anyway.
Right.
And it's like, okay, you guys are going to pay $30 to come in and do it and it was sub only, so it was really grueling. That was the
There were
cool-
some long
Oh
matches.
my gosh! But that was the cool thing, man. That everybody stepped in and gave to the fun and showed up
And the people that couldn't be there still do it.
Yes.
Nobody said it's open mat time anyway. Why do I have to give $30? Everybody
Correct.
was on board, and people that couldn't make it, that wished they could have been there, still
Correct.
kicked in. It was a
Correct.
beautiful thing.
Justin Martin's brother showed up to support Justin. Right as the pizza got paid for, he covered the pizza for everybody. I mean, just it's community, baby.
Yeah.
It's community, and it felt really good. So all the proceeds went to Horizons Delmarva summer program, and hopefully that stuff can help it out. I know.
So help them out.
Yes.
We did this little deal. So if you can help them out with supplies, they can take supplies.
Yes, absolutely.
If you've got some laying around because what we went through the past year, and maybe you didn't use up all your school supplies, then send them over
and
that
they
way.
need the help. So all these programs need the help. But that was cool. But yeah, what was awesome was man, I didn't realize how tough our white belts are,
They're scary.
bro. These animals, dude. I mean, they just put it on, dude. I mean, I saw some really good things out of our students, man. Good morale, good things. I mean, we have some guys that we have like a really. I think every gym has this, but it's cool that I'm seeing it. We have a solid core group of white and blue belts that are just constantly going at it and developing and growing. And I tell you, man, if they can really catch the understanding and the wave of how important it is to have a good drilling partner like you and Ryan Bosman and a lot of other people that have gotten together. I think John Meister and Justin Martin were drilling for a long time together and stuff like that. It's so beneficial. But man, you just saw some tenacity out of these guys, man. You know what I mean? Like Justin Martin and Chris Moreno's match.
Oh man.
And Louis Amabelli and Dylan Hill's match. I mean, these matches went on for God knows how long, dude. I mean, they battled, son. They really battled, man. And in every match, it seemed like Chris Moreno was.
I know, and I
along.
was just going to bring him up because it was so funny because I know you wanted to wait between some of the matches, and he's like, "No, I'm ready. I want to go now." Like, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Well, then he got his butt kicked by Kelly.
That's okay. A lot of people do.
That's what it is. But Kelly, shout out to Kelly. Kelly ended up winning it, so that was awesome, man. We'll talk about that a little bit more later. But yeah, man, I was so impressed by what I was seeing, and there's a couple pictures of me coaching, or not coaching, but refereeing.
One of my favorite points of the day. Yo, Chet, bring me a pineapple slice. Like, what did you say? Bring me a pineapple slice.
Yeah. I mean, it was already going on so long, I didn't want to hold anybody else. I'm literally on the mats with pizza right in my mouth.
Yes, Coach, I'll bring you a napkin with that. too.
I didn't need a napkin. The napkin was distraction. Oh man, I tell you, I don't know how I got to school, clients, people following the shit that I said out of my mouth. Last week's champ talk. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think 40, you did clip the. Yeah, you did clip the worst part of it all, didn't you? Well, you talk about clickbait. There's my clout, right? You know what I mean? Talk about last week. Check out last week's champ talk if you guys want to know what that was about. But yeah, dude, it was great, man. It was cool to see everybody come out and cool to see the family show up and stuff like that, man. You saw Justin Martin's wife's or parents come out and support his brother. You saw Chris Moreno's sister and nephews come out.
His family was there.
Who else was out there? Dave Leone, the 410 guys. Shout out to 410. Shout out to Sean Ashley. Sean Ashley donated money. They came out and supported.
Will stopped by for a minute.
Will stopped by, and Heather, Jack's sister, came by, and you know what I mean. She was like, "Damn, why are you telling me?" I'm like, "Guys, I'm so sorry. It's nothing personal, you know what I mean." But we're just trying to keep the culture up, and this is the morale of our gym and something we're thinking about. Which we have the numbers to support that. So you know what I mean. I think that's plus we have so many white belts and so many blue belts stuff.
I know a bunch of us went over. They had one at 410. This was This was over a year ago now. I guess they had something like that too, and a lot of people show up for that.
Oh, cool.
Out for that. So
yeah. I remember that. I remember that.
It's nice though. The camaraderie.
Well, that's been my new thing, or that's been my thing to do right now. Is I've noticed that. I went over to Infinity Friday night. I ain't been there in so long. A couple of us went up there and, got to work with Ryan Long and their guys over there. And Mike Otwell was out of town. But we went up there and trained. It was me and 3 other people. And, man, I tell you, our students were cheesing ear to ear. You know, they were so happy. And it dawned on me. I was like, oh, fuck, man, this is something else I got to commit to. Because I think not only do they like to do that, but they like when I'm there. You know what I mean? They like to feel, you know, they want to be seen. They want to be recognized. They want to know coaches got their back. And of course I do. It's just, you know, there's,
Well,
man,
if you're there too, then it's like okay, this is all right then.
Yeah.
It's, you know,
Yeah.
it's a little more comfortable, I
yeah.
guess.
So my mission is to go visit. I'm gonna go visit another gym. I think Wednesday I'm gonna go visit the lab up in Easton. Everything works out right. Visit Infinity. Shout out to them, man. Shout out to Infinity, Mike Otwell, Ryan Long, all the guys there and girls there. They're great, man. They've always been awesome. So you know, I want to give them props and shout out to 410, Sean Ashley, Jack Schellenberger, all the guys and girls there. They've been really great with what they're doing and you know, their jiu-jitsu is just it's another level. You know, and then shout out to, you know, AJ White up at the lab. He's my only contact there. I think they got a couple strip black belt named Jeff up there that runs it or something. I got to meet all these people and stuff, but I plan on going up there Wednesday, a couple guys, and taking a couple and just supporting, man. It's all about the camaraderie. We had a good conversation. I was
thinking, well, actually having a conversation with somebody the other day too. It's like, as big as the sport is getting and combat sports in general, it's still it's still kind of a small community.
Yeah.
I mean, and pretty tight knit too.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't have to go very far before somebody knows somebody who knows somebody and they show up in your gym.
I always say you're 2 people away from anybody you want to meet in this world. You're 2 people away. And that's like Sodell, man. They've been, you know, I love Matt Travis over there, and I've heard about them so much, and a couple guys that I've trained with them, and I just got to get my butt up there, man. So my mission this summer is to go visit and see everybody. You know, just, you know, go out there and just, you know, get that camaraderie and bridge those gaps, and, you know, have a face to the name. You know, I saw a lot of these people I don't even know personally. You know, I just kind of know who they are, and I'm sure they know who I am through the
magic of social media.
And Facebook. But yeah, it's really awesome. So yeah, man, shout out to them gyms and Brian DePhillip. Let's mention him. Brian DePhillip has a charity thing he's doing. And he's it's for good cause. I'd have to pull it up right now. But Brian DePhillip, man, he's a great guy, dude. Me and him have battled times in a couple tournaments. You know, throughout the circuit, we've trained together. I love this guy to death, man. He's just got a great attitude. Tougher fucking nails, man. I mean, he is an animal on the mats. But let me pull it up. He's got a event going, a charity event right now that I want to give a shout out to. And if you guys can help out and donate some money and stuff like that, that would be great.
This is a tournament he's setting up. So there's other matches and then a super fight, right?
Yes. Okay. There's a super fights between Sean Ashley and Mike Otwell.
That's gonna be sick.
This is for the Believe in Tomorrow Children's Foundation. You know what I mean? So you can go to believeintomorrow.rallybound, RALLY bound.org. And if you want to give any kind of money or help out or anything like that, you know, I should have been more prepared for this, but I'm not 100% sure exactly what it's for. But all the information's there. You can message Brian DePhillip. It's BRYAN. DePhillip on social media and get some info, and I'll be sharing it on my page as well. But anytime we're doing anything for charity, man, anytime we're doing anything to help people out, this is our fucking platform. This is what we do. You know, we should be doing that. We should be doing that sooner than later. And it's cool. And I love to see the people that are getting together. You know, we've done a couple things for you know, a couple people that we've, you know, had the opportunity to. So it just, man, look, man, it's for the good cause. It's community. Simple as that. You know, it's community. So
it's not complicated.
Yep. So shout out to him and what he's doing for that. But yeah, man, it was really good, man. So let's segue into Champ of the Week.
Champ of the Week.
Champ of the Week. Well, first of all, back up. Shout out to Kelly Marker, 20-year veteran.
Yes.
With jiu-jitsu. 20-year handicapped veteran of Southside Jiu-Jitsu and SBY MMA and Fitness. She's been with us for 20 years. You know, she's a 3-stripe blue belt, and you know, she's an animal.
Yes.
Shout out to her. Shout out to Dan Stretz. Dan Stretz, another 2-stripe blue belt. He He's been with us for pushing 3 years. He won the no-gi. So it was cool to see, both of them do their thing. But, yeah, champ of the week, Chet. Go ahead. Tell her who it is.
Kelly Marker.
Kelly Marker, baby. Kelly Marker. Kelly Marker's champ of the week, man, because, dude, she don't give a fuck. And she'll tell you quickly, get your asses on the mat. I'll kick your ass. I mean, she's all in, dude.
If I had a dime for every time she said, don't go soft on me.
Yeah.
Don't go soft on me.
Yep.
Yeah, I did that day right before. I was like, I'm not going soft on me and kicking your ass.
And this
shoved her shoulder.
Oh, yeah. I'll beat the shit out of her, dude. Every chance I get, I punish her. I punish her for her sins. You know what I mean? So, but, she's, limited in the things that she can do. And that's the beauty of this sport, and the beauty of her heart and determination is that she don't care.
No.
You're going to go tell her she don't want to be treated any differently. She don't be treated different because she's a female. She don't be treated because she's handicapped. She's seen white belts, blue belts, purple belts, brown belts, and black belts come and go in her 20 years.
She's still there.
She's still there.
All the time when she can.
And she sweats. She supports. She takes a cab sometimes there and back when she needs to. Kelly is super committed to the club. She is the heart and soul of the club, if you ask me. You know what I mean? And it was really awesome to see her pull out that victory.
Dude, she uses every tool that she has in her toolbox, and she doesn't leave a thing out.
Absolutely.
And what she knows, and she's made, and you can see it, and knowing, watching her over years, you can see the adjustments that she's made to fit what she can do.
Yeah.
Like what she actually physically can do, which is a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I felt it like right about here.
Oh, she almost put you to sleep.
Yeah. I was like, it's not that tight. I turned my head a little bit, and she sunk her. Other was like, how'd you get that in there? Oh, okay.
And I've been working with her a lot, man. We've been, she'll give me that old blue belt. I can't do this. What'd you say? Did you say can't? Oh, come on, Brandon. No burpees, no burpees. No, you just said can't. So,
Dio was cracking up. You're like, don't let him do that. Don't let him do that. And she started, it's like some kind of, like she flipped a switch.
dude, she
Like her face changed, her eyes changed, and I got a little scared.
She was so nervous too. That was the beauty.
Foot came out. She's like, no. She's like yelling at me, no, Like, holy shit.
Yeah, she went in. She definitely went in, and she went in on Chris Moreno too.
Yeah.
Chris Moreno got a little ahead of himself. He's like, you know what? I'll sit here and I'll go next. I don't need a break. Mm-hmm. Thought he was going to have an easy ride. She ended up getting him in an armbar, man. Uh-huh. So that was super awesome, man. So yes, not just because she won. That's the reason why she's champion of the week. But just because, you know what I mean. If there's any model student or model practitioner at the gym, that's the person, because she comes in. She doesn't give up. She is handicapped, and she don't get she don't see that way. No one else treats her that way. You can say
technically, I don't see it like that. I mean,
that's technically. That's what she says.
She says it
per her mouth.
Yep.
But she's got a wonderful heart. She's all in. She goes, she works her tail off. She's got a great, not personality, but outlook on Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and on the club and just on everybody. And she's just amazing, man. She's such a blessing to have her. And the other ladies, man, we got, Meg's there. We got Sean McCarthy's sister, Meg. Mm-hmm. She's there. Rachel Northam, she came in and, one stripe white belt, just got her stripe not too long ago, come in and got smashed by the larger boys and still said no problem. I'll go again. You know what I mean? It's really nice to have the ladies that we have and the group that we have. I'm so proud of it. But shout out to Kelly Marker. You are the champ of the week, young lady. We're so proud of you. And just know that you have a target on your back now.
I'm going to get you this time, Kelly.
And Dan Stretz is another one, dude. Like, he just, and all of a sudden he's, Dan's like, Dan, and, you grapple with him and it's all good in training. But when he goes to tournaments, man, he just flips a switch. I think it's that collegiate athlete in him. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think it's that next level competitor that, it's like, oh, we're just friends. We're having a good time. And
speaking of next level competitors and stuff too, Chris, who, Moreno, who wasn't, he just like, put me back. I'm going to go back in, coach.
Yes.
So he's got a fight coming up.
Chris Moreno does.
Yeah.
Chris Moreno is going to make his MMA debut August 28th for Stellar Fights in Harrington, Delaware, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Who else you got going on?
We got 4 people coming out of the camp right now. We got Chris Moreno. He's going to make his MMA debut. We've got Beatty, Bernie Davis. Oh, Bernie Davis. Beatty's going to do a kickboxing match for his first time.
That's going to be sick.
He's been really, really working hard, man, and he's grown such as a martial artist, and he's a driller. Got a little bit of a karate background, you know what I mean? Mixed up some boxing, some Muay Thai, so we're excited to see that. He's been a huge, huge supporter in addition to this club. Love Beatty to death. He's got the greatest fucking personality ever. I mean, these guys are great fighters, but they're all A1 people.
Right.
You know, then we've got DJ Reed. Yeah, DJ's Reed, large ass. This big boy. Yo, when I saw a picture of his first fight, that DJ looked like he ate the new DJ. I'm talking about the boy looked big. He looked like 40 was sitting inside of his stomach waiting to give birth. You know what I mean? Like, yo, he was so big. I'm like, yo, DJ's just an awesome dude, man. I like him a lot. He's got a couple of fights on his belt, but he's got no training. I mean, he just started in, hit a couple mitts. His first fight, he hit mitts a couple times and wrestled around with Gray.
Didn't he come from primarily a grappling school, and then I don't know what happened after that?
Yes
he
and
was
no.
telling me a little bit about that, but he didn't really have.
He's Greg White. Greg White's got he's part of our club now. He's got some cage experience. He's Greg White's cousin, and he just kind of jumped into it. Like just jumped into it, dude. And he's got a high school wrestling background, and but he's gotten with us, and I mean he's starting to see some things. He's got a little, you know what I mean. He's got little things dealing with right this second. But I'm curious. I'm anxious to see him in the heavyweight circuit. He's gotten a lot of weight off of him. He's strong. He's just if anybody's grappled with him, he's a fucking animal, and he just doesn't know anything. You know, he's still got so much to learn. So he's still dominating and tapping people that know way more than him. But you know, and it's a progression thing. So he's making his MMA debut for us. He's got 2 or 3 fights on his belt. But that'll be exciting. And then obviously the pretty boy Taylor McMahon, you know what I mean? He'll be headlining it, against a real game opponent, man. I don't have the name yet. They haven't released it, so we're just going to wait for that.
But know that it is coming.
Oh, it's coming. So, Taylor's been working his fucking ass off, man. He's been hard at it constantly. I mean, if there's ever a model student, he's one of them. I didn't think he was going to make it, dude. When I first dealt with him, I was like, here we go. You know what I mean? And of course, everybody judges him.
Hey, I want to learn UFC.
Yeah.
Fight UFC.
And everybody judges him because he's, fucking gorgeous. You know what I mean? But, you're like, what do you know, pretty boy? You know what I mean? But he's really matured, man. He's really matured in front of our eyes and grown. And he's starting to really listen and starting to fire off. And one thing about a Taylor, I'll praise this the most about him is he 100% believes. He believes in his coaches. He believes in the program. He believes in himself. He believes. I mean, this kid believes. And, he questioned everything when we first started, and he was hard at first to really get to be coachable. And, he's been through so many trials and tribulations throughout that. But, man, when it comes down to where he's at now, he sees, he'll tell you, man, he said, Coach ain't never wrong. He said, man, this motherfucker's never wrong. You know what I mean? So I just trust what Coach says. And, I mean, we know that's not true. But I think one of the better things that I have as far as, the better qualities, and one thing I will own is I understand the human psychology, and I understand the bigger picture side of it. I understand, what this is and where we're at. And, when you take the attachment of the win and loss away, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. The way I look at it, bro, I'm getting to get in this cage and do something that people wish and dreamed and always wanted to do, that some people physically cannot do. Right. You know what I mean? Some people, it wasn't around then, or they don't have the time to put it in. I get to do that. To me, that's the sprinkle on the ice cream sundae. You know what I'm saying? That's not the ice cream. The ice cream's the best part of the sundae. That's the sprinkle on the top. So, when you take the attachment away from the win or losses, I mean, obviously we want to win. Obviously we want to be the best. We want to be champions and all that. But there's such a bigger element to it and such a deeper layer to it when you talk about, the
if you're not getting something else out of it other than a win or a loss, then you're kind of missing the picture.
And if that's all you're focused on is win or losses, if all you're focusing on is winnings and losses, you're always going to be a loser. I'm sorry. I'll say it out loud. Quote me on Champ Talk. If the only thing that you're focusing on is wins and losses in life or in a cage or anywhere else, you're always going to be on the losing side. It's not about the wins or losses. It's about the process, and it's about the way that you go into life knowing that there's always something more. I always look at it like this, man. I know we got to wrap it up, but I always look at it like this. It's like, everything that's ever happened to me and for me has been a part of the recipe. You see what I'm saying? If you take anything that's happened, I don't live with regrets. I can't regret things that I did or happened or whatever, because that was a part of what got me here. That was a part of the story. When you take chicken noodle soup or vegetable soup and you take out, a key ingredient or just one ingredient, you notice the difference. You got my mom's chicken noodle soup that she made this way, and you got mine that I left out one small ingredient that you didn't think you'd fucking notice, right? It's one simple ingredient that you didn't think it was even going to matter. It's a different soup. It always is. And that's the way I look at life, and that's the way I looked at, this journey, this fight game, and I just, I took away all that, you know what I mean?
And I know one of the things that I've noticed with Taylor too, in particular, is where he's been helping other people more, it's taken him to another level.
Absolutely.
I mean, and not just his ability to fight and his technique, but I think it's done something,
his vision.
And the bigger vision.
Yep.
And I can tell that when I roll with him. I can tell that in talking to him. I can tell when I see him training other people. So yeah, that's the bigger picture for sure.
It's another one, man. The club wouldn't be. I don't give a fuck about the pretty boy story. I don't give a fuck about him fighting. I don't give a fuck about any of that. Him as a person, it's just been a huge blessing, and it's been a blessing to have him a part of our program, because he's a model kid, man, and I'm always gonna have his back. I hate liking these motherfuckers. I hate building a fucking relationship.
I was just gonna train you to fight, and that was where it was gonna end. But now man. I love you, damn it.
So yeah, man, we got some big things coming up this year. I want to drop that in real quick, man. We have some big things coming up this year. So I want to finalize everything, but I am fucking scheming and working and plotting, and you know me, you know what I mean. And if I say it's coming, it's coming. So we've got some really, really exciting things that are going to happen this year. Before the year's up, it's fucking huge. It's huge for the culture. It's huge for the gym. It's huge for everybody. It's huge for myself. So stay tuned for that, man, because we ain't playing, and it's going to be a game changer, man. But yeah, that's one of them things that you just got to stay tuned and don't fucking don't blink, man. So gosh, man, it was a great episode, man. Shout out to our champion of the week, Kelly Marker. She's a real one. Thank you to everybody who supported for this week's fundraiser, man, and event. It's really good. We do appreciate everything. Make sure you check out our YouTube page. Check out our sponsors, Pohanka. Again, thank you guys for tuning in for Champ Talk with Brandon Hudson. I'm your host, Brandon Hudson. Across from me is Humidity.
Yeah, Chet and Humidity. I guess we'll go with that.
Guys, what are you doing today to become a champion?